What is up, people? I'm Mr. Filthy. This is Ryan. We're re-recording our WWE breakdown of today's Raw. I believe it is March 10th or March 9th, 2026, right? Or not March. What month are we in again?
Yeah, no, it's March. They were in
Okay, cool.
they're in Seattle.
In Seattle. First thing that comes first, we got Seth Rollins coming out in, or no, first things first is we have Adam Pearce coming out, right?
Yep, he was calling Seth Rollins to come out, and a bunch of hooded figures came down and surrounded the ring. They all leave till one is in the ring, revealing himself to be none other than Seth Rollins.
Yes,
And
sir.
Pierce says, "I don't like the vision, but your actions are unacceptable, Seth, because you are not medically cleared. And when the vision gets their hands on you, it's going to be the end of Seth Rollins."
And then the Vision ends up coming out, talking a bunch of smack, trying to come into the ring. And then as soon as they do, the masked men do a little spinner-rooney move around Seth Rollins, and he disappears behind them and into the crowd again. Then we got LA Knight coming out to basically beat up the Vision, gets his ass beat for like 20 seconds, and then the Usos come out to save him for some fucking reason, even though they're not even friends, I thought, after the last time, but I guess they're friends again all of a sudden.
Makes no damn sense at all.
Then
Um,
what's the next thing we got? We got Lyra versus Io, I believe, right? Or did we have a backstage promo before that?
we had a little backstage promo with the Usos saying that the Vision got to get got, and Jimmy said they had some receipts to give out. Jackie asked if they had anything to say to Punk about his comments against his family, and cracked out Jay says no, but Jimmy says maybe we do, and maybe we do have something to say. And they walk back the way they came into the arena towards locker rooms, and we will get to that later. Just put that back here and know that something does
Yes,
happen
sir.
from that.
And then I believe that is when we move on into the women's qualifying match for the IC title, right?
Yes, the gauntlet match started with Io Sky and Lyra Valkyria. Io reverses a Nightwing, hits a buzzsaw kick and over the moonsault to eliminate Lyra. And then we get Raquel.
In
The Raquel
which,
was pretty back and forth at first, wasn't it?
yeah, pretty decent match. Until I believe Io started to win a little bit. Liv tries to come out and interfere with her while she's on the top rope, I'm pretty sure. And
Yep.
then, or in the corner, one of the two. And Raquel ends up ultimately getting distracted by it when Stephanie Vaquer comes down to attack Liv. And in the midst of her being distracted by the Liv situation, she ends up getting beaten by Io and then immediately assaulting her after the loss by putting her damn near through the ringside with a fucking Tahana bomb.
A Tahana bomb on the apron was freaking brutal, which allows the next contestant, Ivy Nile, to run down and pin Io without even performing a single move. So
Yes.
then Io is eliminated, and Bailey is next.
Good way to save face for Io, I'll give him that.
Definitely. Eliminating her without making her look weak is definitely a plus because that's kind of hard to do. But
Right. Especially in a gauntlet.
yeah, it's yeah. Gauntlets are tricky because they're difficult to pull off with the right people, but you kind of have to have that element of surprise as well.
Right.
But Bailey was checking on Io, and Ivy attacks her before she even gets in the ring, and I'm confused because I thought Bailey and Io weren't friends anymore.
I
Maybe
don't know.
there.
Bailey is mentally challenged, so that's probably part of it.
Bailey eliminates Ivy, and Asuka is next, but and also Lask, not Lask.
And I believe her and I can't remember her name.
Kyrie.
Thank you. Her and Kyrie end up assaulting Bailey together before the match starts after Bailey jumps through the ropes with a suicide dive, I believe.
Yeah, and then Io had the ref distracted, and Kyrie was about to hit Bailey, but Lyra makes the save with a big drop kick, And the funny thing is, you didn't even see her run down there. You just saw her in the air.
Yeah, you
When she
just
like,
see you just see the other one look up at Lyra and just fucking get kicked in the stomach. I don't think she was even properly in place for it. She didn't look very ready for that shit.
she just like looked over and like you just saw oh shit on her face. But like I said, you didn't even see Lyra's feet on the ground. You just saw her just fly past. Bailey fights out of an Oscar lock, hits the Rose Plant. Bailey is fighting AJ Lee for the Intercontinental Championship next week on Raw.
Yes, sir.
Um, and then we get a weird thing where Natty was cutting a promo during a commercial break. Like she was doing like an
Yeah.
interview and Maxine attacks her. So we have no idea what the hell this promo was about.
Not at
We
all.
just know that Maxine beat the hell out of Natty for no reason. Well, reasons that they don't like each other, but basically no
Right.
reason.
And then I believe we
Um,
have Dan Housing talking to El Grande OG Americano, and he basically says something along the lines of, I need your mask for myself, or I need a mask for myself to make double the merch sales. And he's like, ooh, maybe I'll take yours, and tries to yank it off his face, and then basically gets swatted away by Americano. And he's like, no, you can't have my mask. And says a rule or two about something, and basically doesn't want to team with him. And he's like, well, if you don't want to team with me, then you're cursed. And then he's like, disappears. And then we see looming in the background the Fronde's little butt buddies.
yeah, we see Rio and Bravo, or Los Americanos, if you want to get real technical with it. We get Penta cutting a promo in English. Thank you, Penta,
We love
for
you, Penta.
respecting it.
And
There was some Spanish he threw in there, but that was perfectly fine.
but
I'm
respecting
okay
the
with this.
1.5 billion fucking English speakers that exist on this planet that don't got time to learn Spanish.
Yes, yes. This match was fine. The match was supposed to be against OG El Grande, but we got fake El Grande.
El
But
Fronde.
Penta, yeah, El Grande. But Penta does win with a pretty awesome springboard Mexican destroyer, retains his title. Then we get Vaquer, who cuts her entire promo, 95% of her promo in Spanish.
At least they're giving her
But
subtitles now.
yeah, at least we did have subtitles, unlike the interview we had a few weeks ago. That was just, if you didn't, I didn't know what was
If it
going on.
wasn't for Dom, nobody would know what the fuck was going on.
Vaquer says that Liv is worthy of the opportunity and all these compliments, but says that Liv only sees herself as the opposite. So, AKA, you're a good fighter, but Liv only sees herself as a dumb blonde. So, I don't know if that's true. I don't know
That's not
Liv
true, blonde.
personally.
Liv, you're more than just a dumb blonde. You're a hot dumb blonde. Jesus.
So then we cut to the Judgment Day. Liv's like flipping out about the promo she just saw, but Dom's like, "Hey, has anyone seen Finn?" And they're all like, "Ain't seen Finn today, man. Don't know where Finn's at. Ain't seen him." JD says he's gonna go find them, and Dom says I'm going to the ring. And Liv says, "Hey, me and Raquel are gonna come with you." And he's like, "Bet, okay, come on down." And this is where things get confusing. Um, because he demands a rematch when he comes in the ring,
Yeah, he's
but
like,
he
did you go get me
also
my rematch from Madden Pierce? And he's like, nah.
so he blames Finn Balor for losing it. Finn comes down with JD and he's like, "Where you been? And I hope you're here to tell me that you got me a rematch." And he's like, No, I'm sorry for costing you the match, but I was trying to teach you a lesson." And he tells
And
Dom that if he wants to be the greatest Mysterio, he has to fight his own battles.
you should just be happy he even got an apology at all. I wouldn't even have said sorry.
Yeah, you should be. He's lucky that you got an apology because I would have been like, "Fuck you." But anyway, Finn says maybe Ray was right, and he is a spoiled little bitch. And you know what? It's so fitting that someone's finally calling Dom out on his shit and saying that Ray was right.
Yes. I love that
Because we
they're
don't hear
calling
that
back to
enough.
that too.
What?
I love it that they're calling back to it too.
Yeah, because we don't hear that enough. We don't get enough of that race stuff anymore, unfortunately. Um, so Dom responds by pushing Finn, and Finn delivers a kick. Finn hits a sling blade and is about to drop kick him into the corner, but JD clotheslines him, gets involved. And I thought that was just going to be like a one-off where he's like, "All right, let's all stop fighting," because he helped Dom up, and then Liv and Raquel start attacking Finn, and eventually they all jump in. Dom gets the hammer for the ring bell, and I believe he hits him with it once. Then he shoves it in his shoe and hits a 619 while JD holds him onto the rope and then hits a frog splash.
I really hope they
Oh,
don't botch this fucking face turn for Finn. He
I hope
deserves
not.
a very good like title run with either the World Heavyweight or the WWE title.
Oh, but they didn't stop there. Then JD hits Finn with a chair a few times and then holds it on him while Dom jumps on him again. This time onto the chair. I don't know. I mean, obviously the face turn's going to start with him going after the Judgment Day, which is fine. But after that is where I feel like where writing gets difficult because I mean I feel like they're not going to know where to go. But I hope that they have some kind of direction.
Right.
So then we get a backstage segment with Waller coming in hot on Evans. I guess for what happened. Where did you say it was? The Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, them and like Offset had a fucking beef, I guess.
Yeah. So I don't know why Waller was coming in all hot on him for that though, but that's neither here nor there, I guess. Kofi apologizes for getting off on the wrong foot with him. Kofi says, "I don't need an answer now, but I know you got dreams, and you don't need to do it alone." Basically saying, "Come join the New Day, Javon, because you're bouncy and we enjoy that."
Right.
I don't know.
Basically saying he reminds him of himself and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I'm not mad at it. I kind of think it'd be kind of cool to see Kofi and him in a tag team because I mean they're both pretty bouncy in my opinion.
Right. That I honestly wouldn't
Um,
mind.
yeah, I would like it. Two guys that can do things that other people can't do is always fun to see. Bailey talks about how happy she is for her title match next week. Like we said, next week she's fighting AJ because she won the gauntlet match. Then it's time for Obafemi and Rusev, and there's
Which
not
was
much to
just
say about this match.
it was just a squash match for no reason.
And it's really sad because Rusev got in so much offense, but literally didn't do anything to Obafemi.
Right.
Yeah, this dude threw him into the turnbuckle post. This dude, threw him on the announcer table. This guy Macha kicked him, punched him, did all this stuff, and Obafemi didn't go down on the ground once.
Nope.
And it sucks to see someone like Rusev get treated like this. I'm a Rusev defender, and I stand by what I say.
Right.
CM Punk makes his way to the ring, and he says some people probably aren't happy with some of the things I said last week, but he will make Roman respect him in his position, or he will make Roman respect his position even if he doesn't respect him, because apparently Roman has more respect for a material item such as a championship than he does for people. Fair enough. Punk says he stooped to Reigns' level last week, and then the Usos come out and cracked out. Jay says, "You need to apologize right now because honestly, this dude looks like he snorted a line and went out there. If you
Yeah,
watch it,
homie looks like he's on the meth.
this man was pacing back and forth, freaking throwing his hands up. He was pissed. Punk asked why Roman is still sending his cousins out here to do his heavy lifting. And Jimmy said, no, man. It ain't got nothing to do with Roman. It's about respect. Jimmy says, I got respect for you, Punk, but It was disrespectful saying what you said about our uncle who has no voice, and you're supposed to be the voice of the voiceless. So they have a little like back and forth about like I guess Alpha did some things for Punk back in the day, and they were talking about something being spiritual. And Punk says, "Everyone on your family shows me respect, except that one son of a bitch." And he says, "If you believe Sika can hear me, then he knows how much of." Well, he just listed out a whole bunch of stuff that Roman is, and says that this
Right.
is what his son is. Jay literally goes off the handle and is like, "Hey, it's not about Roman Reigns, but you need to say you're sorry." This is wrestling. We don't say we're sorry to people.
No, fuck
I don't
saying
know when
sorry.
this Yeah, I don't know when this started, but this is what we do.
I thought we were men. We don't apologize for words.
Exactly. Exactly. So he gives them daps and he's like, "I'm sorry." And he says, "I'm sorry Roman treated you and the whole bloodline like trash for years and never apologized."
Swerved his ass.
And I singled that one out because he apologized for like a few other like ironic things, but I singled that one out because I thought that one was the best because it was just so funny because it's true mostly, but also because it was directly pointed at the Usos and not the whole family. Um, and then my favorite part was Punk said, "If Roman cared about his family, the fans, or this business, I'd be talking to him right now and not his young boys."
Right.
That's pretty fair. That's pretty freaking valid. Because if Roman gave a damn, all you Roman fanboys that are listening, if Roman gave a damn, instead of sitting on his ass at home, he'd show up to work and work the promo like he's supposed to. He's going into a match for the world title at WrestleMania because he won the Royal Rumble. And you guys still think, because I'm still getting comments on that poll that I commented on, you guys still think that Roman Reigns is still carrying the company
Yeah.
into
I,
WrestleMania.
I saw a
It's
bunch
he's
of comments
not.
talking shit about CM Punk, and one of the main ones that some loser tried to say was, but can CM Punk actually fight? No. And then I'm just like, bro, one is WWE, it's not MMA. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Secondly, neither the fuck can you. You're the average human being. Unless you take fighting, you don't know how to fight. CM Punk's at least had like 6 months of fight training, which is more than you more than likely had. But again, why are we making this a measurement of fighting skills? We're in the WWE. There ain't no real fucking fighting happening nowhere.
Exactly. Exactly. That is accurate. He shoves the mic into Jay's chest real hard, like you actually hear echo.
Yeah, that looked violent. I feel like if they're doing this all like with no actual ill will intended, I'd be surprised. This shit is feeling real. I'm kind of liking it.
And then Jay pushes him and Jim hits him in the head. I thought it was with the mic, but it could have just been a punch, but
Maybe it was,
it
but
did
either
look
way, he straight connected with
yeah.
that shit.
And you could actually hear Punk say, he doesn't say it into the mic, but you could just hear it. He's like, "Ah, yeah, I deserve that."
That's how I'm
Like,
like, he must have actually connected. Maybe he didn't mean to, but he did.
yeah. Basically saying I was being an asshole and I deserved it, but I don't give
Oh
a
yeah.
shit because I'm CM Punk.
Which God
So
bless. There's still some fucking men in the world like CM Punk, where they'll push the boundaries. This is what being hardcore and like rock and roll and edgy and fucking whatever else used to mean. Like now everybody's just a bitch. Like it's fine if we want to be a little more kinder and sensitive, but there's a time and place for edginess, and I think the WWE of all fucking places is a place for pure edginess.
especially getting into WrestleMania season because that's the biggest draw of the year. I know I know people who don't watch wrestling at all, but they'll will tune into WrestleMania.
Right.
That's WrestleMania is like their Super Bowl, their World Series, their
And
like
it's better
their
because they're
World
not
Cup.
tuning in for a stupid ass fucking halftime show or a commercial. I had this conversation with my girl earlier. If you're one of these people who does, I apologize, I'm about to go in on you for no real reason, and it's not your fault. but I just have you as a pet peeve. Who the fuck watches an entire 2 hour long sport event for a commercial?
Yeah, I gotta side with you on that. I don't. I I'm a guy who only watches wrestling.
Yep. I watch wrestling and
Sorry if
MMA.
that
That's all I watch.
sorry if that offends you. I don't watch baseball. I don't watch football. I don't. I didn't understand the whole Bad Bunny craze until
Mm-mm-mm.
I actually watched the halftime show on YouTube because I did not watch
It was bad.
the Super Bowl.
I'm not against him for being like a Spanish dude or whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. He's just garbage. He can't speak. He's a mumble rapper basically.
And I know there was some all American halftime show on YouTube that people watched where Kid Rock says that he has sex with 16-year-olds and it's not rape. I don't know what that song was. I just wanted to add that in there because
I didn't even know
that
about
just
that.
shows me that,
To be
yeah,
fair,
that just
anyone who
shows me
listens
that,
to Kid Rock's music probably also fucks their sister. So like, there's that.
yeah. So I just thought I'd throw that in there because I'm insinuating that I guess they were both pretty bad and I did not watch it live because I don't watch those things
And my thing too is,
because
who the fuck watches a sports event for a halftime show in the first place, and only the halftime show? I know people who literally like, I hate football, but I want to watch the halftime show. I'm like, bitch, just go look up one of their concerts on YouTube. The fuck?
or just wait for it to be over. I mean, the YouTube CBS channel is going to upload it within like 15 seconds of it being over. So
That too. I'm not
might as
gonna
well just.
actually watch an entire sports event just to catch a fucking show. I'll just wait till that shit's uploaded, like you said. Maybe I get it back in the day when like you really didn't have anything to fucking
Yeah.
look at, so like it's different. But nowadays it's like you have all this access to entertainment, but you're gonna watch the fucking Super Bowl halftime show.
But back in the day, you'd really rather sit there for 2 hours and watch the first half of a football game you're not going to finish just to watch somebody sing.
I can't hate too much. I've done it at least once or twice just to see, but that was before when I was like young and I didn't really know what the hype was, so I was just kind of checking it out. There is no hype. Most of the
Yeah.
artists that they have in the halftime show suck. Most of the fucking commercials suck. And just in general, commercials fucking suck. The whole reason why I
Oh,
invested into fucking streaming sites before Netflix ruined it was because there wasn't any commercials.
that's true. Netflix was brought it up ads, and everybody was like, "Hey, they're doing something and making money with it. Why don't we do that and charge the same price,
Which
or
is
maybe even a little bit lower?"
asinine. Like, cause
Yeah.
how many people do you think probably started watching WWE on Netflix just purely because it was on Netflix? Like, if you had to get a rough general estimate,
Probably about half the people that watch it now.
right?
I know somebody that just started a few years ago, and it was actually me that got him into it. And it was like
So,
the biggest mistake ever because WWE now likes to talk about storylines that happened like years ago.
mm-hmm.
So if you just started watching it and they're talking about the Shield and shit, you have no idea who the fuck these
But
people are.
that's why we need the WWE network back so they can get back into the lore
Yes.
building.
Take it off this Netflix shit. Give me the 9.99 WWE network. You can keep Raw on Netflix for all I give a shit. Just give me the library back and put it on a different app.
The golden era of wrestling. But so I looked it up. As an estimate, 4.9 million viewers watched Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So let's just say 4.9 million times $20. It's 98 million motherfucking dollars off of our asses. And that's every month. And they
And you know what's
still have
great?
ads.
You know what's crazy too? I remember when Netflix first came out and they did that stupid commercial with the guy running down the street with the fucking balloon, and it was like $7 a month.
Oh my god. Bring me
And
back.
it
Bring me
was
back.
it was, it was the new way to stream. It was new. It was different. You didn't need a DVD. You just go on your
Right.
computer or on your. I don't know if we really had. I don't know if smartphones were as advanced, but you could go on your computer or your gaming console and you could get this app and you could watch movies and you didn't need a disc, and it actually had some good stuff on there. And now it's just overpriced and full of ads, and I literally use it on Mondays and Mondays only.
Or if you bring it back even further, when Netflix was Redbox. Dun, dun, dun.
You know what's crazy? They still have like Redbox machines
What?
inside
Where?
certain stores. If you go to Price Chopper in our hometown, you can actually find a Redbox in there.
No way. I go there every fucking week for groceries. I've never seen that shit.
If you when you first walk in, like where the carriages are, if you look to the, well, actually, they might have taken out when they changed it. But I know in Southington, when I used to live there, there's one right outside of CVS,
I
and it
can't.
actually still works.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, I actually bought a couple of the Justice League movies, and I think one of the other Batman movies from that very machine.
Fair enough. But
So
what
I
would you
actually
give
I
this?
actually own some. This was this was just not good. It's a six and a
It's
half.
it was a,
Unfortunately,
it was a medium one.
yeah.
It was like it was really hot in the start, really dry in the middle, and then really hot at the end again. So I'm kind of
the
conflicted.
the best part of the show was the promos,
That's fair.
and we're watching something called wrestling, and we had three promos and three matches, and none of the matches were anywhere near as good as the promos were.
All I'm saying is the new generation better pay attention to this though, because they were able to carry a show with promos because the matches were so ass. If you can't cut a promo like Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, or CM Punk, you will never ever get the respect of a fan like me at least.
Do you guys remember when John Cena told Roman Reigns that he's gonna have to learn to do a promo because if he wants to be the big dog? And you guys all laughed at him, and now you guys think he's the greatest fucking thing in the world. Throw him out there.
Like
Stop.
I only hate Roman because of the fans. I've realized this over the time over the years because I used to actually be a fan. I think you remember. I used to actually kind of like him in the big dog days. Um,
Yep. I
but
liked when him and the Usos poured dog food on Baron Corbin.
right. And I even liked him a little bit in the Bloodline, and then the fans were just so fucking parasocially gross. That shit was ass.
Dude, people like built him up so much, and oh, he's the greatest guy. You guys do realize that he's not the longest reigning champion of all time, right? Michael Cole always said he's the longest reigning champion of the modern era. That's not all time.
Who's the
That's
longest of
just
all time?
this. I think it's like Bruno Sammartino. He had
Still, I
that
thought he
title for
broke
like,
that.
nah, he had that. Bruno Sammartino had that title for like 5 years. He had that title forever. Who was the
No, you're right.
who's the
You are
longest?
absolutely right. 2,803 days, nearly 8 years.
Nearly 8 years.
Jesus fuck, bro.
You guys hear that? Eight
That don't,
years. What
and
did
they
what did
and they
Roman have
took
it for? 2 years?
that could never work nowadays. Even if you wanted to do a like something breaking that, um, they're trying to shoehorn Roman Reigns' fucking record into it for the longest combined reign total of 4,000 days. But it's like nobody gives a fuck about a combined total. I'm sure if you combined
No.
all of John Cena's title reign days, it'd probably be close.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's yeah. If you combine all of the never seen 17's title reigns, it's like you look at it here, and there's three people above Roman Reigns: Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, Hulk Hogan. Then it's Roman Reigns. So I guess he's fourth in best of all time, isn't he?
Right.
And if you think about it, CM Punk's 434-day reign
Damn.
was the longest reign in the 21st century.
I'll give a little bit of credit to Roman Reigns. John Cena has won 17 titles but has only reigned for 1,404 total days.
1,004 total days. So
404, my bad.
so it was a
1,404.
so Roman Reigns had 1,316. So
Oh
John
no.
Cena's combined reigns were a little bit longer than his.
No. Roman has 4,000 for all of his reigns combined.
Oh, combined. Yeah, I was talking about just the one.
John Cena, for all of his combined, only has 1,400. His longest reign was like 200 days.
And people were complaining that John Cena was being shoved down our throat.
Right, people are delusional. The math just ain't mathing, bruv.
Math is not math, and that's
why they say,
crazy.
bro, feelings don't care about facts, and facts don't care about feelings. But if the feelings outweigh the facts, then the facts don't really fucking matter now, do they?
You know who we never got as champion for long enough that I feel like we should have? The Undertaker.
Oh my god. Not even just how long, he should have had 20 fucking titles.
This dude, first of all, barely had any reigns. And, like, even going back to the beginning of his career, and when he did have him, he never even had the title for that long. It was like,
it just goes to show you don't even need the title to be a true legend in the sport.
I think the longest title reign he had was the undisputed WWE Championship reign in like the early 2000s, and that was still only like not even over a year. I don't know. Maybe
they really are trying to glaze Roman and make him the best ever.
Well, the facts don't lie. There's 3 people that have been champion longer than him. So for all you people who are saying, "Oh, but he did it in the modern era," okay, it wasn't scripted when Bruno Sammartino had the title for like 8 years.
Also, the modern era means less realistically because it's modern era, you're not going to get long title reigns anymore like that.
Yeah, and I mean when you're defending it, you know, like 4 times a year.
Another thing too. How many times did Bruno fucking defend his title?
I don't know. That's another statistic to look up in his 8-year thing. Let's see.
400 to 409 times. That's still actually pretty fucking low. Pretty sure CM Punk almost doubled that in under a year.
Yeah, I mean, well, the reason it's so low is because there was no Monday Night Raw or anything back then. It was just like pay-per-views, if they even had them, and then like Saturday night main event shows. I mean, I don't know if it's including live events, maybe.
CM Punk defended 150 times during his year-long reign.
Damn.
That's just a year, bro. Roman Reigns defended, I believe, like 20 times in fucking 2 or 3 years.
So he defended it 54 times.
Yeah. Bro's a loser.
And that's including both televised and untelevised matches.
CM Punk, just in televised matches alone, fucking defended 22 times. He almost defended more times just televised than Roman did his entire fucking reign.
That's pretty sad. that's actually really sad.
I just hate Roman. I hate him. Everything about him is a farce.
So as we said, Roman defended it. What I said was 54 times.
Yep.
Bruno Sammartino defended it 350. Oh well, this one says 353. Oh, this is a
400 to
yeah. No. Yeah, this is a no, it was on May. So this is only for a certain amount of days as champion. It's not including the whole thing.
Yeah, same here. It's saying for the
Um,
2,803 days, he approximately defended 400 times.
yeah, this is saying in the 1,171 days he defended at 353. So
So
your
yeah,
number is probably actually correct.
it might just be a different reign because it was the different. But either way,
Y-
bro was defending.
Yeah,
That's the point.
just like Bob Backlund, he defended the gold apparently 444 times.
I just can't get behind a part-time wrestler, and even if, and that what's worse about Roman is he wasn't even part-time during his Bloodline reign. He was full-time. He just didn't go out because he's a fucking asshole.
It just goes to
I
show.
get the motherfucker has cancer potentially every other month, but you know what? At that point, just quit and leave space for the rest of the fucking people.
It's just I can't get behind somebody like Roman Reigns.
Go be in Hollywood. It's the same criticism that I had when The Rock was around. Just go be in Hollywood. You don't want to be here. Why are you here?
Yeah, literally when you're showing up that little, you're literally proving not only to the fans but to yourself that you don't want to be here.
In some elements, I want to like you, Roman, but you're not there. You're like an absent father. That's like a dad coming back after going to get the milk 17 years ago and then being like, but why don't you want to spend time with me, son?
And then you are very spotty in attendance over the next couple days because you're upset.
I can't. It's too much. But I'm pretty sure that's all for everything on this video. If you guys like it, this is a bit of a shorter video. Please let us know if you prefer like a short form video or if you want us to continue to go in these long-term, in-depth breakdowns of what we think, feel, and believe about just WWE, the matches, and everything around wrestling in general. And if
And
you
of course,
do,
all you Roman lovers, tell us why you love Roman so much
that's
down
a good one.
below. I'd like to
Convince,
know.
convince me. Convince him. Tell us. Try to
Yes.
prove to me why I should like Roman. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you know exactly why that I should like Roman Reigns.
And don't
If you
say
do,
his aura or because of this or because of that. I want a legit reason.
well, say whatever you want. I'm gonna argue with you irregardless in the comments. I promise.
That's fair.
But
But
just leave a like, leave a subscribe, tell us what you think, tell us that Roman Reigns is best and we should die. I don't care, but let us know. And we will see you in the next one. Peace.
deuces.